All right, today I would like to talk about something that I don't really see many other people talking about on political chat type videos on on the internet, really anywhere, and that's the difference between somebody that's regular conservative, like an average conservative voter, versus somebody who is on the extreme far right side of the political spectrum, and I mean extreme. I mean that as an understatement. I mean these people on the far right are are so far to the right they're running in circles. I mean they're just about off the map, really. If not, they already are. Because I was wanting to make the distinction between the two whenever I talk about right wingers or Reich wingers in my comments. When I talk about right wingers, Reich wingers. I don't really mean people who are everyday average conservatives. I don't mean that. Because it's too easy to say that all conservatives are the same or all conservatives are, you know, they're like that extreme. They're not. So I think that distinction needs to be made because there's a lot of conservatives who, even though they're conservative on social policies and politics, they're actually quite or at least kind of progressive on economics or the environment, and this one size fits all ideology really it doesn't do a good job of saying what kind of different political leanings and varieties are out there, and that makes it real tempting or real easy to box all one people this way or that way, because there's the issue going on right now about the Medicare for all, Bernie Sanders plan, and how the far right Fox News is trying to smear it as, oh my God, it's going to cost 32 trillion over the next decade. Well, yeah. Well, guess what we're doing now? It's costing us 49 trillion over that same decade. The Medicare for all system would actually end up saving $17 trillion. Now, I do have a source. It's in the link below. I mean, in the description below. So, if anybody's like, well, where's the source for this? Well, it's down there. Look for it. It's right there. It's not hard to find. So when you talk to people and they're regular conservatives, I'm not saying go out and just start bugging people about it, but whenever it comes up in conversation, just tell them, hey, well, actually, what we're doing now costs 49 trillion over the next 10 years. Bernie Sanders' plan would save us 17 trillion over that same 10-year period, and get everybody covered, as well as improving overall health outcomes and saving a buttload of money. So that if I can just have the ability to snap my fingers and put this information into everybody's head, not to influence them, but just to put where they know this, where they know that Bernie Sanders' Medicare for all really is the improved Medicare for all plan will save that kind of money and cover everybody, get rid of premiums, get rid of most co-pays, I think, and just be that much better, and it saves a ton of money and make the system more sustainable than it would be. It's not sustainable now, but it will make it more financially doable. I think we can easily add another 20% of the population that would support the idea. It would go from 63% support to all the way to like probably the low 80s, really. Then it's just a matter of getting the politicians elected that will actually get it enacted, and that's really about it. So if you're a progressive liberal and you're pretty pretty progressive on economics, don't be afraid to talk to people who are a little bit right of center or somewhat right of center. Most of those people I can talk to. I have a decent conversation with. Now we may not agree with every little thing, but maybe progress is made. Because sometimes, oh, okay, I see your point, but I don't agree with it, but I don't like it, but okay, I see your point. And either way, progress is made. You've planted the seed to maybe one day they realize maybe there's a better way than what they're thinking about how to go about things now. So that's all it is. But people on the far right, you can just pretty much forget it because they fall generally into two camps. One, they know what they're doing, they just don't care about the facts or evidence. That's one. The other one is they're just out there to have whatever a kick at people's expense, to to do that to people to rile them up. and to really just get them going just by saying some far right wing shit, even though they really probably don't really believe it. So those are the far right wingers tend to be those kinds of people in those two camps. It could be more, but from what I've seen, there's generally just those two kinds. So far right wingers, fuck them. But regular conservatives, average conservatives, people who are just a little bit right of center on whatever. Yeah, I mean, shit, take a chance. Just see how the conversation goes. Now, does that mean we should, as liberals, only focus on regular conservatives? No. We should also focus on everybody else as well. So instead of just focusing on a small group, we should be focusing the message and our sources on as many people as possible in the broadest way possible. That's going to just get the message out there, right? That's it. That's all we need to do. And then we'll end up winning.